Okay, I think I have it. I've been having some problems streaming. Um, I have no idea what I did to finally get it to show up, but my video from yesterday is either it was showing, it was broadcasting, and it really wasn't. It was just a fluke, or it's like just floating around somewhere in cyberspace. And maybe one day will just show up in my in my studio. So we will see. It's still not showing that I am connected. But like I said, there is at least evidence that it is connected because the video from earlier this morning showed up, even though I removed it because it was just me complaining about the fact that this wasn't showing up. So I'm going to see if it will show up now. I will keep checking as I get on further in the game. As of right now, it is not showing up, but I'll move on. The name of the stream is Destiny 2 Sunday Playday, and just as to let you know, if you haven't, well, obviously may not have seen yesterday's video, I am relatively new streaming with Destiny 2. Was traditionally a Fortnite player and did a little bit of Roblox. Roblox is what got me into gaming. Actually, my son was who got me into gaming. And, you know, Mom, can you play with me? You know, that's, how can you say no to that? And I have never really shown any interest at all in video games. But, I was told you'll really like. I started out with Roblox. He got me started on the Bee Swarm game, and so I ended up playing Bee Swarm. Got a couple people involved in it, including my mother, and so now we've kind of created a little bit of a trail between each family member and our connecting the others to getting involved in the game. My mom has not followed me to Destiny 2. I don't know that she would. There's a lot of, it's constant battle pretty much in this game. So I don't know that she'd be able, and the games are and can be very long. However, she might actually like that. Maybe you should watch these videos and see what she thinks. But they're typically Fortnite players, and I've kind of taken a little bit of break from Fortnite and have been trying to decide which of the characters in Destiny 2 really speak to me most. I have decided that of the three identities that you can choose from, or the three characters that you can choose from, I've chosen the Titan. And it's loading in to show you. Um, if you want to know what my channel's all about, my name is PinkOverthinks, and I do a lot of, I don't know, I see things differently than most people do. So as I'm playing the game, I see real world connections. I'm not a young player, so I am experienced in world and living, and I see connections to the game that, younger players probably won't see because they haven't lived life to the length that I have. So I think that in time, they maybe will see how those parallels do form. But if you're watching this and listening, you're wondering, is this going to be somebody that I want to follow or subscribe to? The this is I do a lot pretty much is like research for myself. And that's the reason I stream. I do sometimes if I'm streaming with no voice at all, the reason that I'm doing that is because I am just recording for me to go back and look to see what's going on in that particular environment, dungeon, raid, whatever. Because some of those are just so busy that when you're in it, you're just trying to stay alive and you don't have time to really be paying attention to everything. And I'm trying to learn how to be a better player. So I want to be able to watch back. And I learn best from watching my own gameplay than watching someone else's gameplay. Now, there are some people that I do follow, and I do not remember names, so I would have to look back to say who those people actually are. But there are some people who do have done some videos that were very helpful to me, and um, so I do watch a little bit of some of those videos that like help me decide or to learn more about how to upgrade my armor, what stats that I need for each of the characters, because there are a lot of opinions. There are opposing opinions on the subject, but I went with what I felt was the best for me given my gameplay. I don't do a lot of PvP, so I am needing to be armored up for the environment and not for other players. So, it, to say who would most likely listen to me, one, if you are more of conversational style, you like, you're more of a podcast type of person, you're probably going to like my content. If you are here because you want to see a bunch of getting into it, um, I will be getting into it sometimes. As far when I say that, I'm talking about battle with the environment. Then yes, you'll see that too. But and for the most part, most of it would be that. But because I do know that there were times when I was had started the game. I'm in. I can't even remember. I would have to look back to see when I came back into the game. I'm gonna say that I'm probably going on 5 months back. So in this 5 months back, yes, I have gotten up to the 2022 on Titan, and I came back during the last towards the end of the last whatever they call these campaigns. This is the final shape. This is Heresy. Is what we're in right now, just to date this. So it was whatever it was before Heresy is when I came in for the second time. I'd come in the first time back a couple of years ago, maybe. And I played just a little bit, but I didn't really care to play by myself. And now I have a partner that plays with me, so we came back to the game and we play pretty regularly now. And it's more fun with people that you know. For me, I do play with some of the people that load in whenever there has to be like threes or sixes for your fire team, but we don't talk to them. So I don't know. Um, I don't know if that's a setting I could just set where it's automatic like Fortnite. I don't know. I think I have it set to manual, but I've never had anyone to ask me to join or share chat or voice or anything. So, and again, that just may be that I haven't discovered that part yet. So, if you're more conversational, you like that style, more podcast, that's going to be me. If you are newer to the game and you want to hear the thought process behind getting to certain things, that's what you'll get. You're going to get more nerdy from me than more of the, oh, look what I can do. Um, Look how many I took out or whatever. I'm not. I'm not about that. I will definitely try to grow and do better and be a better player. That's exactly what I'm doing. But I'm really sharing this type of information, the talking and trying to lay things out more for people that I introduce to the game so I can say, listen, I had that same problem. Here's a video, watch it. Because after you grow as a player, you start forgetting. It's just like life. You start in life, it's hard. You get older, you get more experience, and as you grow, you kind of forget how hard it was to grow up. And so it's good to be able to share with other people your lessons, the lessons you've learned, so that it doesn't have to be so hard for other people. So if you're a beginner and you're trying to decide which of these characters that you are interested in, um, I am going to be providing content for Titan. But if anyone were to watch my channel and be interested in finding out more about Hunter or Warlock, I would be happy to do a stream on one of those also. They have different styles. Obviously, this is the Hunter. This is the type of armor that you would see in a hunter. Now, this is a still beginning armor, and as you progress in the game, the armor gets more um, armory. I don't know what you would say, um, where you can actually be defended by it. I mean, look at these pants. Do you think these pants are really going to be defending your legs? So I am sure that the armor will continue to grow for this hunter. The jump is a lot different. When you're jumping, it has a different feeling to it, and especially if you have your controller set to give feedback. Um, Mine is turned off, so I don't feel any of that anymore. The same for the Warlock. Warlock has, and I have my mask on, but there's a setting where you can turn the mask to be off when you're in the screen. Um, and I am awoken, and so my skin is purple in this game. If you were to actually see me with the mask off, but I have mine set to be on all the time. But you have the opportunity to choose what kind of character you want to be, what color you want your skin to be, what gender you want to represent, all of it. So that all comes is relevant because of the way that the armor fits a character. So as far as the whether you're choosing male or female, and then so that's Warlock. They usually have a robe, whereas the Hunter has, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of more like a cape um, type of thing. And then the Titan is all out armor because they are the ones that are like running in. It's more about battle from closer in. Something I'm trying to work on doing better with, and not I don't stay back as much anymore. And the armor is from head to toe, as you see. And that this they don't have a cape. It's this sash that they wear around their waist, and I'm not really. Let's see what that is actually called. I'm going to load in so that you can see. It's my pretty ship. This is a new one for me. I like it. Um, it is called a mark, Titan mark. And you get throughout the game all kinds of um, things you'll pick up through battle. And if you like it, then you keep it. If you don't, then you can either break it down or you can delete it. I mean, you can dismantle it or you can just store it in your storage locker, which you can get to really easily here. And then if I wanted to come here, like this is a 2011 in power. So This is a 2009, and unless I want to like infuse it and just take the number because it lets you do that. Like if this was a 2013 instead of a 2009, I could just go here, and if there was one that was a higher level, I would be able to infuse it and just take the number and keep the one that I like the look of. So I like the look of the one I've got right now. It looks good with my others, and it makes sense because it's of that same line. This one is not. I'm not sure where the chest piece is for it, but I am really digging this fire in my belly. Like, I like it. So I kept it. You're only allowed one of the gold, which is exotic. You're only allowed one in the armor and one in the weapons. So if I have it loaded here, I have to have something lower in these. I'll show you what happens if I try to load another one. Oh, nope, that's going to try to store it because I'm in my inventory. Got to go back. If I try to come over here and do it, it tells me at the bottom there's an exotic weapon already equipped, so I can't do that. I would have to come up here and change, and then come here and choose it, like that. And this score changes according to what you have over here. Let's see if I have any lower weapons. I usually try to keep these um, leveled up pretty good so I don't accidentally put a 1900 and something power, because if you do that, like let's see if this 2006 will drop that 2022 over to the right. See how it changed to 2021? It brought my power down. So we don't want that to happen. Put that 2012 back. Oops, wrong one. We need to pick that, and then it brings it back up to a 2022. So, and of course, like I said, my channel is definitely for beginners. So, this is just kind of like a little intro. This is what I have learned about the Titan. Is what the most important stat for a Titan, and this is from what I have observed or what I did find on someone's um, YouTube about actually looking at the numbers. They pulled it up in a third party app and showed how these percentages, if you look where it says resilience in the dark box, look towards the bottom, damage reduction 27%. This is if you're in the 90s. And the tier 10, if I were to go on up to 100%, it would increase 3% to 30%, which would be pretty good. And I will probably eventually be 100% there. But the others, like immobility, the only time I changed this, which I did do this yesterday, and I hope that that video will show up eventually. Um, the I was in a very jumpy place where it was an obby to get to where you needed to go. And while the Titan has a very long jump because it floats, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like a mixture between the Hunter's jump and the Warlock's jump. If we were to put them together, you get the Titan jump. That's what it feels like to me. But I was still too short every time, and I would fall and have to respawn. Now, in this particular session of the game, that was okay because you could respawn as many times as you needed to, and it wouldn't penalize you. But in some of these, there's a respawn restricted, and you're only permitted to die a couple of times before you will have to restart at your last checkpoint. And sometimes the last checkpoint would be like 30 minutes prior. So you would have lost all that gameplay and have to do it again. So it's very important to know what is right for the way that you jump, the way that, because that does change as you get used to things. The way you learn how to push your your joystick at the same time as when you're jumping. How close to get, how soon to jump, to push your boost whenever you do your initial jump. There are so many things that can change how far you actually go, whether you're going forward or whether you're going vertical straight up. Um, that all is just will vary. In this situation, my score, as you see, is or my stat here for mobility is a 40. And according to the game, or everything that I've read on it, the only way, the only change happens if you're going up at 10 increments. So, see that 97? If, well, let's just say that it won't be the 97. Let me go down. Okay, on intellect, it's a 44. If I wanted to go up to 50, I wouldn't be able to just add 5. Obviously, it's not going to be, you have to go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You can't be in between. Whenever you reach 50, it will take you up to the next level. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very hard to explain that in this. So, the only way that you can do that whenever you're in your armor and you're um, making your choices here of, you have your energy, you're choosing 4 and 1 is 5, 5 until I upgrade to masterwork my armor, and I prefer to wait until I know that I'm liking something. Obviously, that's a lot of extra work to have to earn enhancement cores to be able to do that. Uh, if I were to only do this one because maybe I didn't have enough of glimmer or something to be able to afford to go to 5, and I choose this, you'll watch, we come back over here and see this was in resilience. My number dropped to 87. That was a significant drop. That was 10. So that is something that you'll just learn in playing with things. Which one was I on when I did that? Was it the arms? Yeah, definitely want to get that switched back and back to intellect. Excuse me, to resilience. So, as a Titan, I need that to be as close to 100. It is, even though it says 97, it's actually 90. So that's what I'm trying to say there. Don't think that, oh, well, it's almost 100, so that's got to be good. No, until it's 100, it's 90. So that is where we are there. And so I feel good with my stats the way that they are. I would like for my super to come back, but whenever you look at, if I increase to the next level, it's only going to drop like in the 26 points. It's really not. I'm at 26 seconds. That's not enough. I mean, it would have to be dropping minutes. It would still, my super's going to have to wait 8 minutes. And if that sounds like a long time to you, considering that some of these games you can play for like 3 hours before you're actually finished with something, 8 minutes is nothing. If you're in Vanguard, then yeah, they're shorter. But just and I guess, smaller missions in the very beginning, obviously. But in those situations, it may not even be 8 minutes. You use it once, and that's it. Then you move on to the next one. So it may not be as noticeable in that situation. All right. So I am going to get ready here to load in. Give me just a minute to see what I got. I got to go to the tower. I'm going to go to the tower and I'll be checking on my armor, why don't you take a break and come back? If by chance you are listening to this video after recording, you can just fast forward it to where I do get started on the gameplay.
Scheduling tasks.
All clear at current location. Affirmative. All clear.
This is not a combat zone. Move along.
Negative. All security requests.
Titan, are you looking for the parade grounds?